Ford just posted a $1.3 billion net loss. Stellantis burned through $27 billion axing EV plans. Honda hasn't lost money like this since before the moon landing. And while three of the biggest names in this industry were writing off their electric future, Hyundai stood up on a stage in San Francisco and said something that had nothing to do with cars at all. They said they're not really a car company anymore. By the end of this video, you'll know exactly what Hyundai announced, why it's bigger than another new SUV, and what it means for the vehicle sitting in your driveway or the one you're about to buy. Because here's the thing nobody's saying out loud. This isn't just another press release buried in an industry newsletter. This is one of the largest automakers on the planet, standing in front of the world and rewriting its own job description in real time, while its competitors are still bleeding out from bets they made just a few years ago. So stick with me, because by the time we're done, you're going to see this industry completely differently. Let's start with the wreckage, because you need to see it to understand how strange this announcement really is. Ford's second quarter of 2026 ended with a $1.3 billion net loss, driven almost entirely by one-time charges tied to unwinding its EV strategy. Pure EV sales at Ford didn't dip. They collapsed, falling over 40% compared to the same period last year. That's not a rough quarter. That's a company retreating. That's a company that bet big, missed, and is now paying the bill in public. One earnings call at a time. Zoom out, and it gets worse. Across the industry, the damage from walking back EV promises has topped $65 billion in write-downs, including a $27 billion hit at Stellantis, a $19.5 billion charge at Ford, and a $7.6 billion loss at General Motors. Honda isn't spared either, with EV-related losses running past $1.7 billion in just 9 months. Automakers that spent years promising an electric future are now quietly building V8s and hybrids instead. Think about that for a second. These are the same companies that ran Super Bowl ads about going all electric by the end of the decade. Now they're pulling those plans off the shelf and dusting off the combustion playbook because the math simply didn't hold up the way they hoped it would. Into that wreckage walks Hyundai. And instead of retreating, they went the other direction entirely. Straight into artificial intelligence and robotics. Not a smaller bet, not a cautious hedge, a full sprint in the opposite direction of everyone else in the room. On the 24th of July 2026, Hyundai Motor Group Executive Chair Yui Soon Chung stood in front of roughly 150 executives, engineers, and students at the San Francisco AI Summit and outlined something the company is calling its physical AI vision. The message was blunt. Hyundai is expanding well past building vehicles into autonomous driving, robotics, and what it calls AI-defined factories, repositioning the entire group as a physical AI solution company. It's a phrase you'd expect from a Silicon Valley startup, not from the people who built your Elantra. And that's exactly the point. Hyundai isn't trying to sound like a scrappy startup for the sake of a headline. They're trying to tell you plainly that the org chart has changed. Chung didn't stop at vehicles and robots. He described a vision that scales all the way up to entire cities, where the ultimate goal is integrated intelligence at the city level, with energy, mobility, and robotic systems connected and optimized in real time. Vehicles and robots first, then AI-run factories, then the infrastructure of whole cities, all feeding the same brain. Read that again slowly. On top of that, Hyundai plans to build a robot reference platform with NVIDIA that will hand research robot models to universities, research institutes, and startups, seeding an open robotics ecosystem instead of hoarding the tech. That's an unusual move for a company this size. Most corporations spend billions building a moat and then guard it. Hyundai is essentially handing out shovels to the entire industry, betting that a bigger robotics ecosystem around them is worth more than a locked vault only they can open. And this isn't a theoretical robotics division either. Hyundai's robotics portfolio already includes Boston Dynamics, four-legged Spot robot, the Stretch Logistics robot, and the Mobed mobile platform, all working in real environments today, not sitting in a lab waiting for a keynote. That's the part that separates this from 100 other future of mobility announcements you've scrolled past this year. These machines already clock hours. They already move boxes. They already walk factory floors. This isn't a promise about 2030. This is a status update on 2026. If you're new here, hit that subscribe button, because this channel exists to catch exactly this kind of announcement before it turns into headlines everywhere else. Ring the bell so you don't miss the follow-up when we find out what Hyundai's robots are actually doing on factory floors. And hit like. It's the fastest way to tell the algorithm this is worth showing to more people. Here's what makes this announcement different from every other automaker chasing an AI headline. Hyundai isn't waiting for the robotics story to justify itself. The car business underneath it is performing right now in the same brutal market that's crushing everyone else. And that's the detail that keeps getting buried underneath all the robot talk. A struggling company talking about the future looks like a distraction technique. A company on a record-breaking sales run talking about the future looks like a company that's actually planning ahead. The 2026 model also drops the old CCS port for native NACS, meaning direct access to Tesla superchargers, with zero adapter, plugging straight into a network of more than 37,000 supercharger ports across the country. That's not a small logistical footnote. Charging anxiety has been one of the biggest reasons buyers hesitate on EVs, and Hyundai just quietly removed a huge chunk of that friction without making it the headline. Warranty support, parts availability, resale value, software updates that don't get abandoned halfway through a model's life cycle. All of that gets easier for a manufacturer that isn't scrambling to plug a billion-dollar hole every quarter. When you buy into a company that's stable enough to make a 10-year robotics bet, you're also buying into a company that's more likely to still be fully supporting the car you drove off the lot 5 years from now. There's a broader lesson here too, one that goes beyond Hyundai specifically. For years, the assumption in this industry was that EVs and combustion were an either-or fight, and whoever picked the wrong side would get punished by the market. What's actually happening is messier and more interesting than that. The winners aren't necessarily the companies that picked EVs or picked hybrids correctly. If this breakdown made Hyundai's announcement make sense, hit like. It takes 2 seconds, and it helps more people find this. And subscribe to MotorZen if you haven't, because when the next headline like this drops, you'll want to already be. If you like this video, then make sure to hit that like button, and also make sure to subscribe to our channel so you won't miss out any other latest videos from automotive industry. Thanks for watching.